Cool. Could you just get your name and your current position, your current role?
My name's Neal. I'm three-time British Touring Car Champion, currently driving for Honda US Racing in the British Touring Car Championship.
Okay. Could you give us kind of an overall indication of how did you get to this position? What was your career path that you took?
My career path started off in engineering, automotive engineering, and I just focused on the goals immediately in front of me, trying to do the best I could. To get to where I am, to be three-time British champion, a little bit of luck involved, being right place, right time, and a lot of hard work. I would say motorsport is very glamorous, but 95% of it is hard work, disappointment, tears. But the 5% of good outweighs the whole of the rest of the 95%, and that goes from a driving point of view, from an engineering point of view, because one of the successes of a strong team is teamwork and working together. So every member of the team giving his best, and that's the way you're rewarded.
And you kind of bring it up, it's a good point. Obviously it is a team, and although they need your skills as a driver, how important are the engineers, the mechanics, the other people who maybe don't get seen as much as the driver in your team? The
driver is just the glamorous one who takes the accolades and stands up on the podium when he wins, but he's also one under pressure. But as a driver, you're just one small cog in a whole organisation. In a Formula One team, there can be 800, 1,000 people there in the immediate team, and then you have the engine suppliers and all the other peripherals, engineering companies, component manufacturers, all putting in just to try and get that one driver across the line first. And it's the teamwork. It's if one part of that team doesn't work, then the driver doesn't get to the top step. It seems an individual sport, but it's one of the biggest team games in the world today.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like in many ways you've got the best job kind of in the world. Is you've got this brilliant team behind you, and then you've got this opportunity to actually go out and drive. Just to kind of, you must have been asked this a lot of times, but what's it like to be, because you must reach some incredible speeds and some incredible situations, driving a touring car. I mean, did you ever get used to that? Do you ever get used to the kind of, the aggression behind the event, really?
You get familiar with your surroundings you're in, and more comfortable with the surroundings. Confidence is a big thing, and that goes from, again, people working on the shop floor. It's just familiarity with the job you're doing, building gearboxes, dismantling diffs, and it's the same with racing. If you come to Silverstone, you drive around it so many times. It's muscle memory, but it's also being physically fit is very, very important, because if you're physically fit, you can be mentally fit. Because I always say it's up here, you've got to do it working out, because up here controls your hands and feet, which control the components. For me, it controls the car. For the mechanics and engineers, it controls the components they're assembling and disassembling.
Yeah. You're here at Formula Student with us today. There's obviously a lot of men and women who are taking part, brilliant young engineers from around the world who would look at you and think, that's ultimately where I'd like to be, that's the kind of course I'd like to go. What advice would you have for these people in terms of what they do next with their careers?
Well, someone said to me before, if you're targeting where you want to go, aim for the stars, and even if you miss, you'll still reach the moon. So just walking up and down the pit lane and seeing some of the cars these guys have put together is so impressive. I mean, these are the engineers, these are the Formula One designers, engineers, touring car engineers, sports cars, automotive, Jaguar Land Rover, you name it. The world is their lobster, as you'd say, and it's fantastic. The engineering here, where they can go with it. So it's anything's possible.
Fantastic, and I guess as well, just finally, in terms of what they would do, a good sound background in engineering, even if you wanted to be a driver at the front, but yeah, good knowledge is probably a very important thing, I guess, in order to.
One thing I will say is I've seen it from both sides of the pit wall, and I come from an automotive engineering background anyway. I was involved in manufacturing alloy wheels for a living when not racing, and that gives me a buzz. I just love cars. I love the engineering side of it, how to do it, how to make a wheel lighter, stiffer, stronger, and all the design packages you get. Then I've also in the motorsport side, where we've just done the Bosch Eco, and that is so important as well, because the least fuel you burn, the less weight you've got to carry in the car, the fewer pit stops you've got to carry. So it's every side, as well as performance, has a massive effect on what you're doing, and so it's a never-ending conveyor you're on, looking for that performance, both automotive on the road, motorsport, it's going up, and it's great to be a part of it.